So winter has had a strong grip on the Northeast. Frozen lakes and ponds and bays, they may look solid, but they can quickly turn dangerous. Across New York, first responders have seen an increase in rescue calls as people venture out onto unpredictable ice.
And we should mention this was from Far Rockaway on the 6th of February, and that rescue, everyone was saved and safely brought back to shore. In Suffolk County, the Police Marine Bureau, they're testing a new tool designed to save lives faster and more safely. It's an amphibious craft. It's built specifically for ice rescues. Seems like a pretty innovative solution to a problem that can cause all parties involved to maybe have some danger or at least face danger during those rescues.
Yeah, there's some risk when you're on ice. So joining us now to talk about this new technology as well as the capabilities, we have Suffolk County Police Marine Bureau Officer Robert Jenkins. Thank you so much. Looking at the hovercraft, I think automatically what came to my mind was the hoverboard from Back to the Future. But I guess it's kind of the same thinking, right? But it is, as Stephen mentioned, safer, especially for the rescuers that have to get out there. So how exactly does it work, and what are those capabilities as it ventures onto the ice?
Yeah, good morning, and thanks for having us. The vehicle's a hovercraft, and it runs on a small cushion of air. So the fact that it's on air, it can go from land to sand to ice to snow seamlessly. We can use it in shallow water applications, and if somebody's out in the ice, we can go from the ice and water back onto the ice to help them.
I think, Officer Jenkins, it might seem pretty obvious. It's a hovercraft and the advantages of that than a traditional boat. But I think when time is of the essence, this has to speed up that rescue process. I mean, what are the benefits of using a hovercraft as opposed to something that first you would maybe have to break the ice?
Absolutely. Or you just wouldn't be able to get there in the first place. You'd have somebody walk on the ice. There are limitations to that. The rescuer could potentially fall through the ice themselves and have to, get themselves back closer to the victim. But this thing, we will usually tow it or try and trailer it near the location to deploy it. But once we deploy it, we start in a parking lot, we'll go down a beach, go over onto the ice, across the water, and wherever they are, we can grab them.
Yeah, I was trying to think, you're trying to get somebody who's fallen through the ice. So you know the ice is fragile and can crack. So trying to get the rescuers out to them, it delays the process. How long have you had the hovercraft, and have you had to use it in a real emergency so far?
Yeah, well, the hovercraft is new. It's only about 2 years old. By our standards, that's new. We've got a bunch of guys that are being trained, that are already trained, training new guys on it. It takes a substantial amount of training to operate it safely. We have been deployed on a few ice rescue missions, but luckily we haven't made saves yet. Luckily, we haven't had any losses yet either. So the example that you're showing, I think that one right there in the dark, was somebody on land called about somebody looked like they were struggling on Lake Ronkonkoma in the dark at night. And the fire departments responded, the local police responded in their cars. They could see the person out on the lake. They couldn't communicate with them. They couldn't get to him. They assumed he had a problem. So we were called. We went down. We deployed the hovercraft. We went out, spoke to the guy. It ended up he was an experienced ice fisherman that wasn't really in distress. But again, it illustrated how well we can get it deployed, how easily we can get out there, because he was far. This was really far in the middle of the lake. And where we came back and reassured everybody that he was not in danger.
Yeah, which is always good news. And it's good that it hasn't had to be used. I think the fact, though, that the opportunity is there to use it, we see how easy it is. At least it looks easy. If the training's extensive, I would imagine it's different than a traditional training in trying to rescue someone from the ice. Are there key differences? And then with that question followed up with general safety tips for people who are out on the ice before we let you go.
Yeah, the training is unlike this vehicle is unlike any other vehicle in that it's basically it's been compared to operating an air hockey puck in the middle of an air hockey game, in that it just moves. It's really hard to control. So there are techniques and there's training to master that. And once you get it down, you can get to where you want to get to. Don't trust the ice. You know, even though now it's been very, very cold, you don't know how thick it is. In other areas, I know that there are avid ice fishermen that have a better handle on how thick the ice is and what it can support. But I wouldn't trust it. If you do fall in, or more importantly, if you find or if you witness somebody falling in, the first thing you want to do is call 911. If somebody falls in the water, they'll have about 10 minutes of meaningful muscle use where they can try and rescue themselves, try and get themselves out. After those few minutes, they'll start to get hypothermic, but they'll still be survivable. So it might take first responders a few minutes to get there, but first thing, call 911. Second thing is, even if you're close, don't go on the ice. Don't go on the ice. Don't try to save them. The old, when you were kids, you might have remembered here, reach, throw, row, and then don't go. If there's something flotation or a line or something you can throw to the victim, have them help self-save. If you're the person that fell in the water and you try and get yourself out, try and get yourself horizontal to the ice. If you can get yourself up onto the ice's surface, don't stand up and run back to shore. Stay low, crawl on, because again, if that ice broke in the first place, it'll break on you again towards going back to shore. Those are the tips.
No, it's great advice. And I think, too, we have a warming trend ahead of us. We're going to be above freezing for the weekend. We have the potential to be near 50 degrees next week. So the ice will be thinning out and becoming very dangerous for anybody who tries to step on it. So we appreciate you joining us. Incredible technology, an incredible addition to the department there. Officer Robert Jenkins, officer with Suffolk County, the Police Marine Bureau. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
It's a